Well, I'm a little bored, so I want to do a little video on one of my favorite bands ever, which is Pink Floyd. See, my head looks like the dark side of the moon, right? This side, kind of the dark side of the moon. You get it? This is the anniversary of that album coming out a long, long time ago. I was introduced to Pink Floyd when I was, let's see, I guess 1980. 81, I think it was 81. I moved to New Jersey, and I had some friends, a group of friends that listened to Pink Floyd almost exclusively. So we'd sit around and get stoned and listen to those albums. And I fell in love with the album, The Wall. And that album really spoke to me because I moved around a lot in my life, moved from place to place. And I always felt like I had to put up a wall. So that album really spoke to me, and I really felt like there was always a wall around me, like I had to keep a wall up to protect myself. Um, because I got, you know, hurt a lot, and I still get hurt. Life has not been super easy for me. It hasn't been super difficult either, but I've gone through some hard times. And Pink Floyd has always been a band-aid on my life. The last album they put out was called The Division Bell, and it's about relationships and breakups. And when I bought that album, I was going through a divorce at the time, and I go back to that album every time I have a breakup. And you should listen to it if you're going through a breakup, because it really does speak to you. I mean, there's songs like Marooned, where you feel all alone, and there's like, coming out of the other side of it, where everything's okay. The album Animals is a great example of Pink Floyd's brilliance, because it speaks about the different types of people. You've got pigs, you've got dogs, you've got wolves. And the lyrics to that album, you should really listen to them, because these people actually exist, and it's part of my philosophy. It's become part of my lexicon, if you will. Especially that Animals album. Pink Floyd is a very deep band, and a lot of people don't get them. The ones that do, well, they're always my friend, because they get it. Because Pink Floyd, their whole collection is about life and the different phases of it and the different types of people. Dark Side of the Moon is one of the best albums ever. And if you've never synced it up with The Wizard of Oz, I highly suggest you do. You can get it on YouTube, and it like links up the entire thing and like makes it a cohesive unit. And it's amazing. You should really check it out. If you get high before you watch it, because if you're not high, you probably won't get it. So that's my bit on Pink Floyd. It's a great band, man. And if you're not familiar with it, I highly suggest that you become familiar with it, because it's good stuff. It's brilliant writing. Beautiful music, man. Ethereal. I don't know if you know what ethereal means, but it's kind of heavenly. It takes you to another place. You can close your eyes, and it does take you to another place. So, like I said, if you're not a Pink Floyd fan, you should be. Check them out, kids. And most of my friends are way younger than me, so they're probably not real familiar with Pink Floyd. But people that are, 40 and older, or 30 and older, I'm sure you're familiar with some of their stuff, especially the stoners. So, that's my bit, man. Love you guys. Have a great night. Peace. I'll see you on the dark side of the moon. Some of you will get that. I'm out.